What's good, y'all? Recording this video just because I wanted to talk. This is very random video. I understand that, and my camera is chopped. This is fucking a shitty webcam that I used I don't even know when I got it, bro. But it's been a while. And this fucking mic too. This computer's like 10 years old, dude. Bear with me, because I just got done with the 9-hour shift, and I was sick as hell the whole time. But today I just want to talk about appreciation. I just been feeling it more than ever recently. I have for some reason, I have these expectations of other people, and I just want to invite everyone to make a choice, because I've started to see throughout my life recently that I need to make a choice. I need to make a choice to appreciate myself more, because we constantly I don't know. I mean, everyone's different, but I constantly think about appreciating other people, because people are very important to me. People have gotten me to the point where I am today. Like my mom, to my friends, my close loved ones. Everyone in my life contributed a piece, essentially. And I guess recently that has sort of blinded me into feeling like I have to focus on them more than myself. But that's not true. And it can really get to you where you feel like other people don't care about you, don't appreciate you, because I don't know, they just enjoy talking to other people more, or they show their appreciation to other people instead of you, despite the fact that you're putting so much effort into them. And that sort of is what I've felt a lot recently, is me putting so much of my effort into other people just for nothing, essentially. I don't get anything really back. And it's I'll talk to someone, or I'll start a conversation, and it's they'll start a conversation in response. You know what I mean? They'll start their own conversation. They won't even respond to what you say. And it's it really has put it into perspective. It's it's really a lot of people that say that they'll listen, and then they don't listen to you, and they choose to listen to others. And it's someone you feel like you're close with, that you feel like you dedicate a lot of time, a lot of care to, and they just don't return that, or it feels like they don't. But I guess I encourage, from what I'm experiencing, to just not put so much energy into everyone else. And it's so simple, right? For someone who yearns so deeply for other people, for connections, for strong bonds, which are important, obviously, it's very hard. And it's not something you can just do. You can't just stop yearning. You can't just it's not that easy. And I understand that. But the way I see it, the way I'm trying to see it, because obviously easier said than done, it doesn't just happen. Is that appreciation that you show to other people, the energy that you show to other people, cut it out, bro. Stop giving it so much to others, and give it instead to yourself. And it's how do I even do that? How do I, think about what you do for other people. Think about all the energy you put in, all the care, the effort that you put in for other people, and apply that to yourself. Are you, I don't know, making gifts for other people? Are you constantly buying food for other people? Are you constantly buying drinks? Leaving letters, and this and that. Cut it out, bro. If it's not being returned, if they're not putting in the time, they're not putting in the effort, cut it out. End it. Stop. Don't do it no more. Because at the end of the day, anyone you can always return that energy. You can always do it, bro. You can always put some effort in. It really is dependent on the person. It's like, are they gonna take the time to do that for you? Is the question. And if they aren't, then why are you taking the time for them? You know. And it's something I sort of realize now is like I'm like addicted to it. I'm addicted to like giving, and you know it's something I really got to cut out. So I don't know if this resonates with a lot of people. I hope it does. I hope it helps. Um, but yeah, it's just appreciation, dude. Showing that appreciation for yourself is really important. And I don't know. It's something that has been constantly on my mind lately. Otherwise, surround yourself with people that will take the time and will show that they care, genuinely put in the effort for you. Because like you don't need no one who's gonna keep taking. And it's to be fair, it's not always a situation where it's like they're asking and asking and asking and asking to want more and more and more. But at the end of the day, if you give and give and give to someone, there comes a point where they have to see it, you know? Like they're not blind, they're not stupid. No one is that stupid, bro. If you put that much effort into someone, they're gonna see it. And at that point, they can make a decision. They can say thank you and go about their day, or they can say thank you and return the energy. And you know, who is it that you want in your life? The people that return the energy, or the people that turn their back on you? You know, um, and then choose to put their energy into others. Um, but yeah, I mean that is a little harsh. I get it, but it's like the "oh I forgot" excuse. You know, like "oh I'm sorry I forgot." Like like unless you got dementia or like Alzheimer's or something, you forgetting just means you don't really care that much. Like if there was hope, if there was a chance for you to remember, you would if you cared. And everyone forgets sometimes, yeah. But if you're a forgetful person or whatever, if those even exist, people like that even exist. Which I mean, I guess they do, yeah. But even if you're a forgetful person, you'll put the time, the effort in to remind yourself if someone matters that much to you, you know. And I guess this is not to like be angry at anyone. This is not to like point fingers at anyone, but it's more of like a realization, you know. It's not bad to never return that energy because we all have our own lives. You know, we all have our own things that we're focused on, and just because someone else who also has shit going on decides to focus on others does not mean that they have to pay it back. But it allows the giver to really reflect and think about what am I doing this for, you know? And how much of my energy that I could be giving to myself am I pouring into another person, you know? But yeah, appreciation. Main point. The main point that I want to get to is just self appreciation, and I've been seeing that more lately. I've opened my eyes to it a lot more lately. You know, it's the sitting outside and just enjoying nature. It's going on walks, not always with music in. Sometimes you just need to enjoy the atmosphere, the sounds of the life around you, if there is life around you, like nature and all that. But even in like a heavily urban, like a city landscape, it's you can admire your surrounding, and yeah, taking that time for yourself to just unload and focus on where you're at, you know. Um, so yeah, once again, this is not to point fingers at anyone. It's not to be mad at anyone. There's no one in particular that I'm talking about. So if you're watching this video and you feel like a finger is pointing at you, you're wrong. But it's just something that I really want to get across. And it's something that I've genuinely been like sort of grappling with lately. It's just this idea that I haven't really appreciated myself enough. And it becomes so clear when you give so heavily. I honestly like props to all the like givers out there. All the people who decide to keep giving and giving and giving and giving and don't get anything back from it. You know, because when you do that, it's like those are the strongest people I know. Those are the strongest people I know. So if you're like that, like props to you. I've tried so hard to be that person, but it's too much. It's too much for me. You know, we all need a little bit of self care, and that doesn't mean like you aren't a good person if you aren't constantly giving to others. But you know what I mean, like a kind person, a constantly kind person, a constantly giving person, which is not necessarily healthy, but you know. Anyways, that's about it. Thank you for listening.